hardcore rapper who celebrates sex, crime, and violence in his music is in a hospital tonight with AIDS. He says he has no idea how he got the fatal disease.
But tonight, the 31-year-old rap artist is hospitalized in Los Angeles in critical condition.
Morning rapper Eazy-E has died in Los Angeles after a battle with AIDS.
It's a new thing, right?
Yeah.
See, if somebody gonna do something about it, see,
right.
Technology is so high, right?
Right.
So if you shoot somebody, you go to jail forever. So the kids, you don't want to go to jail forever, right? So they got this new thing out there. People sell them all the time. They got this stuff they call, they get blood from somebody with AIDS, and then they shoot you with it.
Oh, so that seems bad.
That's a slow death.
Yeah.
An easy thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the late 80s and early 90s, Eazy-E and his group NWA were on top of the world. But due to internal disputes, the group split. Following the split, drama ensued between Eazy-E and a man named Suge Knight over the contract of legendary producer Dr. Dre. Heavily feared and for good reason, Suge Knight was the executive of top hip-hop record label Death Row Records, and people knew not to mess with him. Conspiracy theorists believe that he was the one behind Eazy-E's untimely death. Well, in this video, we're gonna see if that theory is valid. But before we get into the video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. At the time of Eazy-E's death, he was only 31 years old and at the height of his solo career. Even though it has been over 2 decades since his passing, the music community continues to grapple with his absence and still has a hard time coming to grips with the conspiracy theories shrouding his legacy. At a Hollywood news conference on March 17, 1995, former NWA frontman Eazy-E told the world that he had AIDS. Prior to Eazy-E's own admission, the West Coast rap world was becoming dominated by the push and pull between NWA's former home Ruthless Records and the upstart label Death Row, which has been formed by Suge Knight, who was intent on launching Dr. Dre as his flagship artist. According to former NWA manager and Ruthless Records co-founder Jerry Heller, Knight got Dre out of his contract by threatening him with baseball bats and lead pipes. I think even more so now that Suge Knight is an evil human being, Jerry Heller told the Murder Master Music Show.
And Eazy said, "You know this guy Suge Knight?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "Well, I'm going to kill him." He said, "This guy's going to be a problem, and I think I should kill him." And I said, "Let me think this. I said, let me think this thing through." I said, "First of all, we're doing $10 million a month with 6 employees. We don't even have a typewriter in the office." I said, "We're the most successful startup record company in the history of the music business. And you want to kill this guy?" I said, "That just doesn't make any sense to me. And you know something? I should have let him kill him."
Yeah.
You know, I would have done the world a favor. He would have done it for sure.
Eazy-E lived a very promiscuous lifestyle, having 7 kids with 6 different women. He's quoted as saying, "Maybe success was too good for me." On March 26, 1995, 1 month after the initial diagnosis, Eazy-E passed away at approximately 6:35 p.m. As many fans attempted to grapple with the loss of the godfather of gangster rap, many couldn't help but question just how quickly Eazy-E's condition had deteriorated. However, according to AIDS.gov, it's common for people who have contracted HIV to experience no symptoms at all and to look and appear like a healthy individual. After the early stage of HIV infection, the disease moves into a stage called the clinical latency stage. Latency means a period where a virus is living or developing in a person without producing symptoms. Eventually, the HIV virus will weaken a person's immune system. The onset of symptoms signals the transition from the clinical latency stage to AIDS, resulting in symptoms like rapid weight loss and pneumonia, the latter which Eazy-E succumbed to. But those around him during his final months didn't notice any rapid changes in his appearance or his behavior. According to members of Bone Thugz and Harmony, who had just been signed to Ruthless Records around the time of his diagnosis, Eazy-E was his normal self. And speaking with Angela Yee, Krayzie Bone said, "Dude had full-blown AIDS and looked regular. He still had his weight, still cocky, still looking like a regular dude. It just came about all of a sudden." Layzie Bone added, "He was really built like a little tank." He was smaller because his appetite had decreased, but there were no lesions or dementia. None of the other things you associate with AIDS, said Charms Henry, Eazy's former personal assistant and longtime friend. "I know because I lost an uncle to it last year." In his first public appearance after being released from jail in 2003, Suge Knight appeared on Jimmy Kimmel Live, with the host donning a bulletproof vest as a subtle jab at Knight's notorious reputation for violence and intimidation tactics. When Knight finally acknowledged it, he laughed it off, before going into how shooting someone wasn't his preferred method of getting his point across, saying, "See, technology is so high, so if you shoot somebody, you go to jail forever. You don't want to go to jail forever. They have a new thing out. They have this stuff they get blood from somebody with AIDS, and they shoot you with it. That's a slow death. The Eazy-E thing, you know what I mean?" Rapper BG Knockout is perhaps best known for appearing on Eazy-E's 1993 single, Real Mother Effin' G's. In his 2011 song, And My Prime, from his album Eazy-E's Protege, he raps, "The way my big homie went out, he didn't deserve it. They say he died of AIDS, but Eazy-E was cold murdered. I filtered out all the BS with my third/Iris full-blown AIDS, but Tamika ain't got the virus?" In a 2011 interview with Hip Hop DX, BG Knockout stated, "I believe in my heart somebody did something to Eazy-E. Whether it was Jerry Heller, whether it was his widow Tamika Wright, I have yet to really know the truth about it. But for a person to have full-blown AIDS that quickly is suspicious." Jerry Heller was another person close to Eazy-E who believed that foul play was a real possibility.
Do I think that something fishy happened to Eazy? Absolutely. I don't believe for a second that someone that had as much money as we did and could afford, whatever like Magic Johnson could, and who doesn't even test positive anymore, I don't believe that he could have possibly died that quickly from that disease, from full-blown AIDS. I don't believe it.
Yeah, I can't believe it either when I hear that.
I think that something went on there, and like I say, I have my own ideas about who was involved, but all I'm willing to say is this: I'm the only one that didn't profit from his passing away.
I have my own theory, Layzie Bone told Angela Yee. He went in for the common cough or pneumonia, which is January. Then in February, diagnosed as HIV positive. Then March, full-blown AIDS and dead. I was kinda thinking, what kind of doctors did he go to? Even Eazy-E's kids that were born after he died weren't positive. Even their mothers weren't positive. Nobody was positive. I believe it's just like the mystery of who killed Tupac and who killed Biggie. In an interview for a documentary, rap producer Frost opened up about his relationship with Eazy-E in the final weeks of the NWA rapper's life, based on his intimate relationship with the late MC after signing to his Ruthless Records imprint in 1995. "I'ma tell you what happened with Eazy getting AIDS, and I believe this to this day, and I don't care if you guys got it on film," he says. "You can tell the world. They gave him tainted needles with acupuncture, needles that tainted him. They gave it to him." Frost then goes on to hint at the alleged murderer's identity, explaining, "I don't want to say that name, because it's the devil's name, but another person in rap. If you know your history of rap, calls him the devil." Before concluding that, how else could somebody die that fast of AIDS? Have you even heard of somebody dying in 2 weeks of AIDS, bro? Come on, man. It's just unheard of, bro. While denial is one of the first stages of grief, people close to the rapper have been haunted by the central question at the heart of this conspiracy. How did Eazy-E die? For many, it's been easiest to refuse to believe that his rapid decline and subsequent death due to AIDS complications were caused by his reckless sexual appetite. To this day, no criminal charges have been filed. Let me know what you guys think of this situation in the comments, and please be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.